Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with NieR Automata episode number 22 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, a few things happened. First and foremost, the whole thing with Pascal and Pascal evacuated the children to the resistance camp. Now a few things, I talked about it in the previous episode, but a few things did kind of change from the game, and but the ending result was kind of the same, where by the end of it, Pascal, I guess there is a big difference because in the game you actually decide Pascal's fate. So here, however, Pascal blows himself up along with the children, while Lily, who wasn't even in the game, we get to see her final moments, and like A2 had to put her down by the end because she was also infected by the virus. So all that stuff happened. Popol and Devil were able to get away, and now Ninus also found 2B's like aircraft thing, and now they are both like the tower has opened, and we'll have to go to the tower and do the stuff. Now I'm looking forward to these two episodes because like obviously we're at almost at the end, and I'm going to see how they like, are they going to keep the ending the same or what will they do, and I'll be able to compare it with the game, and I'll talk about it in the discussion section. Also, I have started playing NieR, what was it called, Replicant? Yeah, NieR Replicant as well. I'm at the beginning, so I'm actually enjoying that game as well. And I have a few things that I know a little bit deeper, and a few of the connections from NieR Replicant and Automata. So anyways, I just wanted to mention that because I've always wanted to play NieR Replicant, and finally, like a sale was going on and I was like, yeah, this is the time. I grabbed it and now I'm playing it. Okay, enough of that. Let us get started with today's episode. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh wait, that's a real hand, isn't it? Oh my god, this is Drakengard. Wow, they're including all of this. Yeah, the shades. Okay, wow. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting them adding all of this. Separate the human soul from its body. Wow. Project Gestalt. Yes, okay. That's Popol and Dovel. Yep. Ah. Oh yeah, yeah. Created to save. Hmm. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. This is how humanity went extinct. Oh wow, that was a nice little touch they did. Like, I wasn't expecting them like giving the whole like, oh, the dragon and the like, that is definitely from Drakengard. I haven't played Drakengard. However, I do know what happens in the end. I've seen the videos. Like, oh my god, that final scene of the dragon and that weird looking thing. I'll talk about it all in the discussion section. But wow, I wasn't expecting them to add that. That is actually quite nice because putting the context helps understand a lot of things because like, as far as I know, NieR is like a spin-off of Drakengard, and NieR became more popular than Drakengard. That's literally what happened by the end. But Drakengard is the main thing. And so, like, to understand how, like, everything is going on over here in the NieR world, we need to get the context, and the context is provided by Drakengard, or at least the ending of Drakengard provides the context as to what happened. So they added that. That's nice. Okay. And obviously Popol and Devil, Project Gestalt and all that. You can actually read all of this in Automata. The the logs come up at the end. I kind of read it. That's why I do know about it. I'm also, like I said, I'm also playing Replicant, but I've just started it, so I haven't really played it that long. Okay. Oh, there are these two. Okay. Mm. Oh, great. Yep, this whole thing. Special prize. Well, there he is. 9S. Hmm. Trap, yeah. Retreat. Oh, and oh yeah, this part. Okay, okay, I remember this. Okay. This is the oh the passports, I guess. Hmm. Oh damn. I oh wait. Okay, this wasn't in the game. I don't remember this. Or was this in the game? I don't know. I don't remember this. Oh, this is when to be. I think when to be destroyed all the other 9S models when he went too close to the truth. Yep. Okay, there you go. Well, yeah. Damn. Oh, yep. There's another one. Truth is seen. Oh, damn. Um, right. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, interesting. So nine is, or as he's implying, he realizes who it is, but he cannot accept it because it has been pretty obvious that 2B was the one. But yeah, he couldn't accept it, I guess. Oh boy. Hmm. Damn. All right. So yeah, there you go. Hmm. No, he's too efficient, I guess. That is why, because he's able to figure out that much. Okay. Oh, built into the foundation. Interesting. Hmm. Important part. Yeah, but the bunker was still there, so they could bring them back. However, this time. Hmm. Interesting. So it's like this is a different scenario, a new ending. Yeah. What the? Oh my god. Hmm. Yeah, I guess. Oh god. Ay. Yeah. Damn. No, it's opened. Those are no. That's what those things were. Okay. Wait, this is a bit different from what happened. Oh, there you go. Okay, no, I was gonna say like in the game we got attacked. Yep, there they are. Yeah. I love how they made this section so like confusing even in the game. It seemed like they're here to kill 9S, but they mm. Damn. Okay, there's a bit of difference here in the game. In the game, you were hacking while they were protecting us, but here he already has hacked it. Okay, yeah, in the game it was a bit different. They're all. Hmm. No, no enemies. Yep. Oh, it's a big one. Oh God! Right, this wasn't in the game at all. Right. Yeah. Hmm. Oh boy. Right. Oh. Interesting. Yeah. The stuff is like G. It's the shape of the stuff. Hmm. This part was in the game, but it wasn't animated. They just showed it like. Oh, are those two? Oh my God. Um. Wow. That's Wise and that the main character and I think Kaine probably. extension has been hidden. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. No, that was a memory wipe. Oh wow, to prevent them from going crazy. And then they reached here, I guess. Yep, the resistance camp. Oh my god. Oh no, the virus infection. Ugh. Wait, are they going to? Oh, okay. Just you and me. Oh, here we go. You turn on the lights, yeah. Damn. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm not saying that. Okay, so here we go. Wow, I didn't expect them to go that deep into Devil and Popol's. Like, I was just thinking they're just going to like brush over it, just like how they did in the game. Like the game do go a little bit deeper into it, but not in this way. What they actually did, I'll tell you guys, is that a few of the scenes they kind of showed, their backstory and everything, but the other information that the project gestalt and all those things weren't really in the game. It was in the game, but when you went into the deeper into the story, like information would get unlocked in the database. So there were a few notes and a few articles over there which gets unlocked as you keep like going more and more into the story. Few of them were focused on Devil Popol, Project Gestalt, like, and all the other stuff, a lot of things for NieR Replicant was covered over there, and they kind of wrote it down over there. So if you read that, you'll get a better understanding. Obviously, they cannot do that in anime, so they're actually showing it like this, which I kind of appreciate, that they went a bit deeper into, the whole thing, and actually like showed us, like I said, even the section of the backstory that wasn't animated in the game. It was just, okay, that's it. It was just like dialogue, like I remember when they were telling Devil and Popol's story of how they were traveling in the game. I'm talking about the game. How they were traveling and trying to find a place, and that whole section with the bandage and everything. That was just dialogue. They had no animation in the game. It was just like one screen, and like the letters came up, like reading a book or a visual novel. It was kind of like that, and with voiced dialogue. That was it. Here they kind of animated it, I guess, obviously because it's an anime, you cannot really do it like that. So they kind of animated that section and everything. And a few other things, like I said, were in the articles or in the notes, have been properly showed here. And I like how they did it, where they made Devil and Popol be the narrator, and they were like opening the book and reading the story. So, and the fact that they added that also means that they needed to put more context into it. So they even added that whole section from Drakengard about the dragon coming down and all that stuff. So those things are also here, and you know what? I like that. I actually like that. I wasn't expecting them to go this deep into it, but I think like they covered almost everything about Devil and Popol. At least what we saw in NieR Automata. Like I thought I actually had to talk about it in detail, because the way the anime the game went with it, like I said, a lot of the like information was hidden in those texts which you had to read. So I thought that they aren't going to animate that or anything. They're just going to show it normally. And so I was thinking like, okay, I'll probably they can discuss about this after the episode ends. But looking at this episode again, they actually covered everything like that I wanted to talk about. All the details, and it even added something more, like more stuff, which I didn't even think that they're going to talk about. So you know what? This was a really well done episode. They actually did justice to Devil and Popol, because they barely get enough screen time, and but they actually got like a really good representation in one episode, in this final episode which we see of them. And I'm glad that they got like this detailed explanation about their story and everything. Now, like I said, I have started playing NieR Replicant, and I am at the beginning of it. So a lot of the things I probably don't know about NieR Replicant, but a few things I know, which made me understand and recognize a few of the characters here. For example, there was a scene you'll see where they're reading that book, opening that book. There's a scene over there where you'll see Devil and Popol is there, and then there is, on the left side, we have a boy with spiky hair and a girl behind him, and a little thing beside it, and a book. So that is clearly from NieR Replicant. The book is Weiss. The boy. I don't think he has a name. You have to name him. I think he's just like a nameless character. The girl is probably Kaine, and the little thing beside them, I'm pretty sure that's Emil. I think so. I haven't went that far, but I do know the boy is the main character and that girl is Kaine. That I am 100% sure. And the book is Weiss. But I'm not really sure if that little thing beside them is Emil. But I think it's Emil. I'm not 100% sure. The more I play the game, more I play Replicant, more I'll understand. But I probably wouldn't be able to catch this if I didn't play Replicant or didn't start Replicant. So that was nice. They kind of added that. And if you have to know, NieR Replicant, Devil and Popol gets like a lot of screen time. Like they're like one of the main supporting characters. So that is why now that I've started playing Replicant, I do know a lot more about Devil and Popol, and it's kind of nice to see them like getting a prop, because in Automata we barely get to see these two. They just come now and then and just are there. But now that I'm playing Replicant, I've gotten to know them more, and like the whole situation and all that. So yeah, it's nice to see all of these. Also, the whole section where they were talking about the dragon and everything. Like I said, I haven't played Drakengard, but I do know what happened because I have seen the ending of Drakengard on YouTube videos. Like, it's a very weird type of a video where I think you can just search it and find it on YouTube, like Drakengard 1 ending or whatever. I don't know what that is, but a weird type of a statue falls down from the sky and a dragon comes down. And like, it's basically like an isekai situation or a reverse isekai situation. In our normal modern world, in Tokyo, I think, as far as I know, as far as I understand, like, for people like like those, like that weird statue thing and the dragon from the Drakengard, they got like reverse isekai or something happened, and they fell on this modern world, and there was like a battle scene after that. You can see in Japan, everyone is like panicking, like a lot of things are going on. People are like, what the hell is that? And because they're obviously confused, a huge statue just drops down from the sky and then accompanied by a dragon. And in that video you see like a very weird type of a situation happens in the end, where there's like something happening, like the statue is like singing or something, and you have to do something with the dragon. I'm not really sure what happens over there, but it's a really weird and eerie type of a video. With the PS1 graphics, I think, oh my god, that is like scary. With the way that the whole thing goes. And then I think it kind of ends and something happens. So that is where like these two worlds, as far as I know, converge, and the NieR, this NieR Automata, NieR Replicant, Gestalt, all of these things, this whole thing starts. It's a spin-off. This is actually supposed to be a spin-off. Drakengard is something else. And this is supposed to be happening from there, a branching from there. So that is how this started. And then we have Replicant, and then we have Automata. So I like how they covered that. They actually covered that. They covered that a little bit in the beginning. So that is why, even though I haven't played Drakengard, I do kind of have a basic understanding of what has happened over there and how that connects to this. So that's why I was able to understand what they're talking about here. Right. And then, however, I didn't know about this whole Gestalt project because, like I said, I've just started playing Replicant. And but I guess I did kind of know it a little bit, because in Automata, like I said, in the notes section, they actually give a detailed explanation as to what Project Gestalt is, what like Devil and Popol are, all these things they kind of say over there. But I think now that I'm playing Replicant, I'll probably get a better understanding as I keep playing it as to what's going on and what has happened. But yeah, everything that was covered here was really well done. They added stuff from like here and there. When a context is needed, they added the context, and also they kind of added the information that was in the notes and the sections in the NieR Automata game which wasn't animated. They even added those, and they actually made it understandable. They actually made it easier to understand for the anime only watchers. They'll be able to understand the whole situation a lot easier. So I'm glad that they did that. But yeah, and obviously from the looks, as you can see after watching this episode, you'll understand that Devil and Popol's story is very sad. Obviously these two are androids who have been created to keep an eye on humanity, but then one of the similar models failed at their job, so people started accusing them as well, and they made so that the Devil and Popol model always had this whole guilt thing within them, that makes them constantly apologize to each other and other people, that whole thing. Yeah, there you go. And that's why I said in the previous episode where the resistance members were like, oh, thank you so much, Devil and Popol. Like, I didn't mention it then because if I mention it then it will be considered spoilers, but now I can talk about it. Like, this is what I meant. I was trying to say that, oh, their backstory is so sad in itself that nobody like thanked them, and they were just driven out because of something that they never did. Obviously, it was the same model, but it wasn't them though. They didn't do the mistake. So so falsely accused and just made into spectacles, and nobody thanked them. All these things that happened. The fact that the resistance members over there thanked them in itself was probably such a big moment for them, because they've always wanted salvation and forgiveness. That is why they continue their journey. So hearing that from the resistance members must have been very, you know, uh, very like nice, and very, they must have appreciated it a lot. Um, yeah. And yeah, I really like the books. Like I said, I really like the book section. In the book section you can see a few things. Like I could recognize a few things. For example, in the book you'll see there was a section where there's like a little fountain. I recognize that fountain. That fountain was in like in the first part of the game. Like I said, I'm playing replicant, so in the first section that fountain is there. I remember, who was it? Devil. Yeah, Devil used to sit there and sing a song. And it was, they kind of mentioned that song in one of the previous episodes. It's called Song of the Ancients. And she used to sing the song over there sitting down. Yeah, right. Okay, now to talk about the little difference that this episode had with the game. There's a small little teensy bit of difference, which isn't really that much, but I just want to mention it. So basically, the difference between today's episode and the game is obviously that what NieR comes here, and as we can see in the anime, NieR starts hacking it, and he cannot hack it. No, sorry, he tries to open it and he cannot open it. Then he starts hacking it. Up until that part, it coincides with the game. That's exactly how it happened with the game. But from here onwards, it kind of changes. In the anime, they show NieR being able to go inside that weird little section, and here I think his own self kind of tells him the truth, or makes him understand the truth, that 2B was an executional model. He has been killing you continuously, and all that stuff that he said. So I don't think that was in the game. I don't remember it, at least. That wasn't in the game. But it was interesting to see, because there's one thing that he mentioned that I never thought about, like, which is that even though you were being even though I have been killed so many times or executed so many times, why do they keep making the NieR model then? Now, what is the point if this is what happens? Like, and this is where even his other self was like, I myself don't know, but there must be some kind of a reason why they kept making the NieR model, even though we always went close to the truth. Now, up until now, I thought that the reason why they kept making the NieR model is probably because he was too efficient and he was too good at his job. That's why they wanted him to still, continue, but they made sure that he doesn't get to know too much. That's the that's the reason I had in my head, and I just thought that was the reason. But the fact that they're mentioning this makes me think maybe there's something else going on. Maybe in some way NieR is special, so maybe that's why they keep making him. I'm not really sure. Anyways, so that's this was the part that wasn't in the game, I think. And from here, the whole thing starts changing from the game, kind of diverting from the game. In the anime, we see he is able to open the door of the tower, but then the enemies attack, so he stops, and because of his rage towards the machine life forms and the fact that he wants to destroy them all, instead of going inside the tower, which he has plenty of time to do, he stands outside and trying to confront the machine life forms, and then he collapses almost. And then Devil and Popol comes and saves him. That's how the anime goes. That is not how in the game goes. The game, what happens is when he's trying to hack, the enemy starts coming and attacking him, so he's not able to hack. He has to fight the enemies, and at the same time he has to hack as well, so he cannot do it. So this is where he's like, what should I do? And that is when Popol and Devil comes in. Popol and Devil are like, you hack, we will protect you. So there was a section in the game where in NieR keeps hacking, you have to keep pressing the button of the hacking button, keep pressing it, and the hacking continues, and you see Devil and Popol fighting the enemies. like, and not letting it come close to you. And and the camera kind of like zooms out more and more and more as you see more and more enemies dropping in, and Devil and Popol continuously fighting all of them, while Nines, which is you are in control of Nines, you have to just hold the button and just stay there because you're hacking and it's taking a long time to hack. So you're literally sitting duck, you cannot do anything, you cannot do and help Devil and Popol to fight the enemies. You just have to stand there and keep pressing the button to hack the whole thing, while Devil and Popol keeps protecting you. And then when you're able to complete hacking, then Devil and Popol tells you to go in, and they're like, we will like we will make sure nobody goes in, or something like that. They say, and we'll make sure that you go in safely. So they stay there, and the Niners goes in, and then something happens which I'm not going to say. I'm sure we're going to see that in the next episode. So if I say anything, it'll be a spoiler. So we'll see that in the next episode. So yeah, but up until now, this is what happened. So this is the small little difference from the game and the anime that it had. So it's not a big difference. It's just a little thing. But that's the little difference that they had. Again, the end result is the same. Ninus was able to go in, and Devil and Popol was outside. But that's just it. Right. So yeah, other than that, I don't think there was any other differences here, because today's episode was mainly focused around Devil and Popol and them showing what type of past they had and all those things. So yeah. And there you go. That was it. That was today's episode. Good episode. And now let me wait for the next one. Now you probably realize that you probably understand that like I'm kind of a little bit late with my reaction. I was a bit busy. So I think by the time this reaction goes out, the final episode will also come out. In a few days, when I get within this week, I'll obviously like try to react to the final episode. I think, wait a minute, this is the episode 22. Yeah, 23 is the final episode, isn't it? Or is there 2 more episodes left? Let me check, because I don't remember how many episodes it will have. This will have, no, there's 2 more episodes left. Okay, right. So yeah, 2 more episodes left. Okay, so right, so this is episode 22. There'll be 23, which I think by the time this reaction goes out, it is already out, and then we'll have 24. So this episode, 2 more episodes after that. Right. Which I guess makes sense. They will need a little bit more time to show everything that happened in the end. Okay, and I do wonder how they're going to do the ending. We'll see. Either way, that was good. I really liked the way they did this episode. Like, they added all those extra information and everything. That was nice. That was really nice. Okay, and that was that. Now, that was my overall impression. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Okay, in the very first scene, you can see someone, like an actual person, opens a book, and in that book, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to read this section, because like I said, a lot of things in this section is kind of connected to Drakengard and a few other things. So, I want to properly see what they say here. Once upon a time, a giant and a dragon fell from the sky. This is the ending of Drakengard 1, I think. Like I said, this is where the whole NieR, this whole NieR Automata, Replicant, Gestalt, all of these starts. This is where it originates from. So Drakengard was the main story, and this is supposed to be a spin-off, but this became way more popular after Automata came out. And now people know about NieR more than Drakengard. People don't know much about Drakengard. So yeah. Once upon a time, a giant and a dragon fell from the skies. After those 2 entities fought and died, an incurable illness went rampant. Those who were affected either turned into salt and died, or became violent and turned into monsters attacking fellow humans. As far as I know, they are called shades, and they are the main type of enemies that you have to fight in Replicant. Like, I'm playing Replicant now, so I know, like, you literally have to fight these things. They have like a weird looking, like, like a, yeah, they kind of look like shadow monsters or whatever. Okay. They become violent and turned into monsters attacking fellow humans. Okay. Humanity was on the brink of extinction. And that is when people had an idea. We can separate the human soul from its body, and when we are cured of the illness, we can transfer the soul into a vessel created to look just like humans. Humans named this concept Project Gestalt. Okay, wait a minute. So yeah, that's what they did. Like I said, I do kind of know about this, but I'm not pretty, because it was just there written in the after in Automata in the game. Like it wasn't really elaborated or whatever. So let me read this part again. So they separate the human soul from the body. When we are cured of the illness, transfer the soul into the vessel created to look just like humans. So what are these vessels? Are these vessels the androids? Humans named this concept Project Gestalt. I think so. Now, the original bodies of Devil and Puffle were twin androids created as observers of Project Gestalt. Okay, the two worked diligently for the day humanity's soul would be returned to their vessels. But at some point, Devil and Puffle become unable to control the vessels created to save humanity. So those vessels that, yeah. Okay. As a result, Devil and Purple could not fulfill their duties. Like I said, this section they clearly show Devil, Purple, and the main characters from NieR Replicant. Those four. A catastrophic failure, and of course, Project Gestalt collapsed as well, and that is how humanity went extinct. Yeah, and as you'll know, they say in Automata, they say like, oh, the humans have run away or flew away to the moon, and they're there in the moon. As we get to know later on, that was also a lie. The humans don't exist. They just transferred like those genomes on the moon, and that's just it. That was it. So all the like everyone that is alive now is like the androids and all of that. So yeah, that is what happened. Okay, so that was the first section. Like I said, I really like this section because they added a little bit of stuff from Drakengard and then Replicant and everything, so that was nice. Obviously, you need to know these, otherwise you won't be able to get the context behind Devil and Popol unless and until you like discuss about this. So they had to put this in, I guess, to make us understand who Devil and Popol are. And then we see Devil and Popol trying to find more people, like, if they're alive, trying to help people because that's what they do. And that's when they hear the tower, the automated voice saying like, oh, the tower has opened, come in, or something like that they were saying. And we see 9S over here in front of the tower. As always, 9S is pissed, so he tries to open the tower but it doesn't open, so he's like, god damn it, I'll have to hack it. So he hacks it, and he comes into this weird section where he sees that he himself is standing in front of him. So this is where he starts getting to know, or he realizes or not realizes, but it's pretty obvious that he was trying to look away from the truth, which is like 2B has been killing him. So even though in front of him he was standing, he was trying to deny the fact that he's understanding what's going on. So and that is what his other self wanted to show him, or he wanted to make him to like accept the truth. And that's why he takes him to the different places of this place and shows him his own dead body here and there scattered. And Ninus is like, what is this? What's going on? Those are me. Who did this? Was it an enemy? But obviously the other Ninus was like, no, you know who it is. And there was this one scene where you can see one head drops from the top, and Ninus looks up and there's like a silhouette of someone who runs away. Yeah, that was 2B, obviously. So yeah, at this point he was like, you very much clearly know who that was. That was 2B. And yeah, and there you can see that Ninus was trying to not accept the fact that 2B was the one killing him. So obviously Ninus has a lot of questions, and he's like, yeah, I understand what's going on. 2B was an E model, and she was one of those models who went close to the, like, acted as a spy, went close to the target and assassinated them. And the targets being models who are traitors, or who are like working for the enemy, or models who have gotten to know a lot more than they should. 9S was the latter one. He was one of the models who always gets too close to the truth, so 2B has to come and take him out. And this has been continuing for a long time, long time. This has been continuing, and every single time 9S repeats the same thing. This is kind of interesting because I think I mentioned this literally in the previous episode when I was talking about Pascal. I said that in one of the forums, I read while I was trying to understand what happens to Pascal in the game, because like I said, in the game Pascal, his fate is left more ambiguous. You can either you can wipe out his memories, you can kill him, or you can just leave him be. So I was kind of trying to search what happens at the end of Pascal, and that is where I kind of read a comment which said that machine life forms, and they kind of continue. Oh, but I guess that was machine life forms. But still, my point is they continue the same actions over and over again. So the fact that if you take out Pascal's memory, he's probably going to end up doing the same thing over and over again, and he's going to make a village, make start gathering people, not people but machine life forms, taking care of them, and and it's probably going to go to with the same direction that he lived his life before. It's going to go in the same direction again. So they repeat their actions. Even if you don't have memories, they're going to go through the same path. So in that sense, even though these are androids, we can probably say that 9S is also doing the same thing. Every single time he dies, he literally follows the same path of getting too close to the truth. And ironically, 2B also has to repeat the same thing over and over again, where she has to keep killing 9S, and stuff like that. And this is also very interesting because I remember when I played the game for the first time, I always felt there was some kind of a weird discomfort to be had when she talked to 9S, and that scene where in a lot of the scenes she kind of said and hinted this. She kind of said something like, oh, this happens again and again. You remember that scene where in the end of the first section where which route was it? Route A, I think. I don't remember which route it was. But the very first route that you play, at the ending of it, 9S has to kill. 2B has to kill 9S by when he gets infected, and she strangles him, and then she kind of cries, and you can see she kind of says why every single time it ends like this. If you are playing the game for the first time, what you'll understand from that line, and if you've played the game and you know what's going on, and that 2B is the E model, what you'll understand are very different. When I played the game for the first time, obviously I didn't know the whole 2E model situation going on. So I thought she was lamenting at the fact that, something like 2B, the person 2B is with, has lost their life, and 2B, has experienced this in the past as well. So she's lamenting on the fact that this always happens to her over and over again. She keeps losing friends or people close to her. That is how I interpreted it when I played it in the first time. After I got to know all the things with the 2E model and everything, then I realized that scene is so different. The meaning behind the scene is so different. Now you realize that she's lamenting at the fact that she is killing, and she has to keep killing 9S every single time that he comes close to the truth, and this time she had to do the same. She's lamenting at that fact. So that is why it's this is something that they have done very well, is that they gave these hints to you which you never really understood, but then when you got to know the whole story, and then if you play the game again, you'll understand the scenes, or you'll look at these scenes that you have already seen before in such a different way. So like that kind of thing. So the fact that 9s 2b has been killing 9s from so many times, it has been, like, yeah, it has been always hinted, but we never got to know up until the revelation, I guess. Right, anyways, so here this happens, and 9b sorry, not 9b, 9s, like says like, oh, so why is this happening? Why, like, if I'm going through the same path, amn't I supposed to be like a defective model? Why do they keep making me? This is where, like I said, his other self says that even I don't know. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe there's a reason why they're doing this. So I didn't think about it, but I just thought that they were repeating this every single time. They're keeping to make they kept making 9s models because he's very good at his job or something like that. But maybe something else is going on. Maybe there's like a deeper reason behind why they keep making the same model, even though the same model keeps going and finding out the truth every single time, and they have to dispatch 2B to take him out. I do wonder if there's a deeper reason behind it. Either way, this continues, and that is when the other 9s pushes 9s away and says that from here on, you go on your own. Like, I cannot continue with you anymore. And then he like snaps back in the present, and the gate has opened, so he's like, let's go inside the tower. But before he goes in, machine life form comes in, and as we can see, he's like, oh, what should I do? Because obviously the machine life forms are here, and they'll probably try to bust inside the tower. So this is where Devil and Popol comes in, and that whole section happens. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, there's a small little difference. I talked about this before. Like in the game, you have to like hack the tower while Devil and Popol keeps fighting off the enemies. Here, however, Devil and Popol fights off the enemies and heals 9s, and tells him tells him to go in. And then more enemies comes in, and Devil and Popol were going to go along with 9s inside the tower, but the barrier stops them, so they cannot go in, and they take 9s and push him inside and tells him to go. That happens. So yeah, that wasn't in the game. I don't remember that being in the game. In the game, they just say that, oh, we'll protect you, you go in, something like that. Okay, and then again after that, we get to know more about Devil and Popol. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to read this part again. The original bodies of Devil and Popol were twin androids created to observe Project Gestalt. And then we see them walking in the desert. And like I said, this part wasn't really animated in the game. They just gave us the voice dialogue, and that was it. But obviously this is anime, so they will have to animate it. So they animated this part, I think. Yeah. We see them going through the desert, and them like helping each other out. Then like one of them, like I think it was Popol. Yeah, Popol. Popol is like, oh, Devil, your bandage is coming undone. Let me fix it. Yeah, but then Devil's like, no, let's keep moving now. And then after that, yeah, that continues. At some point, Devil and Popol became unable to control the vessels created to save humanity. Yeah. As a result, Devil and Popol could not fulfill their duties. Oh. A catastrophic failure. And of course, Project Gestalt collapsed as well. This is how humanity went extinct. Yeah, and then we move on to Devil and Popol again. Popol is like, oh, the circuitry has been damaged, and Devil is like, I'm sorry. And Popol's like, oh, don't apologize. It's not like it was your fault. And then Popol is like, sorry, any further treatment requires a facility. And Devil's like, kind of chuckles over here. She's like, oh, why are you apologizing? So they're like, bro, like we both are apologizing for something that we haven't done, which is, it's kind of sad, and if you think about it, ironic, because they literally tell us later on that this is like a thing that it was in this guilt thing is like inside. They always apologize. That is why, even for things that they haven't done or they have no hand in, or they cannot do anything about, you know. So that's like their thing, because that is literally how they have been made, to keep that guilt within them. We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. Okay, so since then, only androids were left on the earth. Obviously, humanity went extinct, then the androids, and you can see the resistance members over here. The secret of humanity's extinction has been hidden. However, those who had the same shape as Devil and Popol, the great failures, they're talking about the true models, the true Devil and Popol, not these two, these are the other ones, became hated by all. So basically, the actual models, they made the mistake. So people not only started blaming them, but the other Devil and Popol models as well. That's why they were in the line of fire. These two, Devil and Popol. Okay, so here again we see Popol says, if we can make it to the new camp, I can fix your leg as well, Devil. That'd be nice. But perhaps our other leg will suffer the same fate. Okay, so that is where they talk about how, like, you know, one of the resistance members actually slashed her legs, and this was in the game as well, you know. And Popol is like, why do you not get mad, Devil? And Devil's like, because you became mad in my behalf. That is why, you know, I could stay calm. Yeah. Okay, and this is where Popol says, like, but it wasn't our fault. The maintenance failure was caused by a different unit of the same model. It wasn't us, so why are we getting blamed? Which is true. But yeah, they are Devil and Popol model. That is why they share the same fate. But still, it is only natural for our twin models to be persecuted. I wonder how long this will continue. As long as we're, you know, like, they atone for it, according to Devil. But that will mean it's going to keep going for eternity. Yeah. So, but there's nothing we can do. All Devil and Popols think that way. That's because they were unable to protect the humans who created them. They must undergo a memory wipe with programming to generate constant feelings of guilt to prevent them from going haywire. Right, so, you know, obviously, I guess this is like a thing because they're androids. Androids have like a mission, and if they somehow go against that mission, they are supposed to be, like, you know, like if they go against their sense of purpose or sense of existence, I guess that is impossible. You cannot do that. You know, that's why they, you know, if in a lot of games and movies you see, like, one of the main like rules of androids or robots is that they cannot harm human beings or do anything that will cause harm to humans. If that happens, that will go against their whole reason of existence. So it'll probably make them just go crazy and just destroy themselves. So since, I guess, Devil and Popol weren't able to fulfill their mission, and since that is like their path, their way of life, you know, like their sense of purpose, their sense of existence, since they weren't able to do that, they're just going to go haywire. To prevent that, they made them go through a memory wipe and put in constant feelings of guilt that they get, then this will prevent them from going haywire. So that is why they always apologize so much, you know, like even when the fault isn't really theirs, as we can see here, like both of them are like apologizing for something that they have no hand in. And after that, they go to the resistance camp, and they say, like, you know, since we are twins, like, you know, we can survive this. And I remember in this game as well, they showed this part. It was great. It was so, like, you know, like, sad, because I think, like, they kind of said something like, I think what was it, Devil or was it Popol said something like, I'm so glad that we are twins, because if it was one of us, I'm sure I wouldn't be able to like, you know, survive this all alone with the guilt all on my own, you know. So I'm so glad that we are twin models because we have each other, you know, that. Yeah, and then they kept apologizing because that's literally who they are. And even in the end, you can see, like, Popol is apologizing. Now, I don't think this was in the game. In the game, I think their fate is kept ambiguous. but they show here that Popol has gotten infected. So, you know, okay, and that was that. And then 9S goes inside the tower. Okay, and then after that we have the pods talking with each other, and you know, pod 14, I think 5. I think that was her. Well, no, 153. Yeah, pod 153 says that, you know, like 9S's mental condition is very bad. As soon we need to make him like lay down and rest for a little bit, and yeah, that was what she was talking about. Yeah, and in the end you can see like the other pod 042, I think, when 153 was like, oh, glory to humankind, he was like, to mankind, that's it. He doesn't even say the whole thing, and in a way you can see he's just, you know, yeah. So I'll talk about the pods later, because the pods are also very interesting, because there's a few things that I cannot really say now or speak about now, because I guess we'll see that later happen in the final two episodes. So I'm not saying anything, but I have a few things to talk about the pods as well. You know, like they also are quite interesting, you know, especially towards the end. They go through a very big change, which is pretty obvious. You can see what's going on. Like it's pretty obvious, like what's happening. But yeah. Anyways, that was a really good episode. Like I said, I really enjoyed and appreciated the fact that they added more to this, to the whole thing, to the narrative, like, you know, to the story and everything. All these background information that wasn't really there in that way in the game. They added that properly to make us understand more about Devil and Popol, and you know, it was nice. It was nice seeing that. So yeah, there you go, guys. That was it. That was my reaction to episode number 22 of NieR Automata. Like I said, by now, by the time this reaction goes out, I think episode 23 will already be out. So yeah, I'm a little bit lagging behind, but you know, yeah, I'll complete it. Like, you know, within, like, even if I'm late, I'll complete it. I'll complete the reaction, and I'll give my impression as to it, because I'm very interested in seeing how they're going to end it. So let's wait and see. And there you go. That was it. That was my reaction. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Like within next week, like I don't know when it will be, but within the next 7 days, I'll react to episode 23 and put the video out. So yeah, see you guys then. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.